Hey
And
everyone.
I'm Dax, if you don't know yet. I think it says it in the lower corner here. I'm not sure. Anyway, so Charlotte's supposed to join us too. She thought she missed the show, and we're like, no, there's time to join us. So Charlotte might be popping in here any second. So if you see any weirdness going on with the video and everything and her popping in, that's what's going on. So how's everybody doing? Did
Yeah, how
everybody
is
have a
everyone?
great St. Patrick's Day? I imagine, Michelle, a lot of people are recovering.
Yeah, well, here in my little town, there have been police everywhere.
I bet.
So,
I didn't go out. I just was like, no way.
I don't blame you.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, they're out. They're on patrol. They know in our little town, yep,
Yep.
everyone's gonna be drinking and
And I see Dan's in the chat. Craft Hoarder. Is Craft Hoarder Michelle?
yes.
Hi, Michelle.
Let's see here.
Wow, my memory's better than I thought. Because it's been going downhill.
Oh,
You hit 60, and it's like,
yeah,
what
mine
did I
too.
have for lunch? I don't remember.
Wait, did we eat
Anyway,
lunch?
well, even though we missed, and I know we don't normally do a show on Tuesdays, it's Wednesdays now, but I have a couple of webinars in the afternoon and near the early evening tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, St. Patty's Day, well, number one, we thought everybody would be busy, but also Michelle had stuff Monday. I've got stuff Wednesday. We go, hey, let's just do Tuesday. That way we're
Yeah.
like, because we're doing a show about becoming lucky. We're going to talk about luck. And, we wanted to at least be close to St. Patty's Day, right?
That's right.
And by the way, I did a whole article on this. And what we're going to be doing on the show today is we're going to be going through all the bullet points of ways to become lucky. Can you become
Yes.
luckier? Yeah, I think you can. And we'll talk about luck and everything there. I'm going to I already put it in the channel, but I'm going to put it in the chat once again here. It's psychic.cafe/becoming lucky. And let me
Mm.
see if I can find, here's, that's events. That's where if you want to see all of our upcoming shows, psychic.cafe/events. But I'm going to put it up here, becoming lucky. It's that simple. Go to this URL. So, yes, we don't have a PDF handout, but you don't need one because it's right there on the
Nope.
blog post. You can take a screenshot if you want to save it or print it out. And this is really cool. I've got it up on my computer here, and we're going to go through that in just a little bit. Let's do the card of the. Did you do a card of the day?
I didn't. I have not been doing that. Shame on me.
I'm actually, going, no, that's a good. I always do the card of the day, and it's like, well, if we do too many cards of the day, then it kind of gets boring. But
Yeah. Yeah.
and I got my, you know, up in my top, I don't know, 3, 4 tarot cards. One of my favorites for the card of the day. Here it is. And it's from the Llewellyn deck. You can see the Llewellyn deck. You can see it's all ratty looking because I've had this deck for over 20 years. And on the major arcana cards in the Llewellyn deck, at the top, at the bottom is the regular number and name. It's the Hermit card, number 9, which fits in perfectly because we're in a 9 universal year, folks. This is when you're supposed to be letting go of what no longer serves you. But at the top, they put a um, a figure from Welsh mythology because this is a Welsh deck. You can see the backs there, and you can kind of make out that there's a Welsh red dragon on the back there. And part of my family's from Wales, which is really cool. And it says Mirrodin, and you know Mirrodin because Mirrodin is from, yes, King Arthur, Merlin. Yeah. So in Welsh, it's Mirrodin. And oh, I see Maria coming in. Hi, Maria. Cole Wynn is back, one of our regulars as well. Drops of Jupiter and Angela, other regulars of ours. I'm glad you all found us
Hi,
here on,
Maria.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know, on a Tuesday. I
yeah,
thought, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Merlin magic.
So back to the card of the day. Well, the hermit card can mean a lot of things. So the hermit card
Mm-hmm.
encourages introspection, self-reflection, and a period of solitude to connect with your inner wisdom and find your true path. It suggests taking a step back from external pressures to gain clarity and guidance. Make space for sacred aloneness and self-care. The hermit can also indicate the appearance of a mentor or guide who can help you on your journey. So there you go. That is the card of the day. The Hermit card over
Nice.
in the Llewellyn deck. Mirrodin.
Mirrodin.
Yes, yes. How's everybody doing? There's people popping in left and right saying hello to each other and everything.
Yes, Angela, drops of Jupiter,
It's fun already. It's fun already.
cold wind.
I wanted to announce real quick that if you are watching this live somehow and you are one of our members, you can join us here on the Zoom, right? You can actually be up on camera with us and talk to us. Or if you're kind of shy or don't have the camera's not working well or something, just turn the camera off and just be audio only. And the link, you'll find it on the members only group, the private group for members on Psychic Cafe. I'll pop that in right now. The URL to that, it's just psychic.cafe/guild members. There we go. It's in the chat now. Psychic.cafe/guild members. It'll be the first link. You'll see a bunch of links for our shows because you can join us on all of our shows. Yeah. So remember, we used to do those coffee socials. We're still doing them, but they're live on the show. Yeah. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the great benefits of being a member. You get priority for your reading requests when you join us here in the Zoom on the shows. And this is new. So we haven't had a lot of people do that. We've had, I think I can remember one or two members ever joined us so far, but it's one of the huge perks. And you don't have to be a professional, right, Michelle? You don't have to be a
Yeah,
professional reader. You don't have to be an astrologer, numerologist, angel
no,
practitioner, you know,
you
Lenormand,
can just
card
come on
reader,
up.
numerologist. You can just join and you can hang out with us when we do our live workshops. And you can also hang out with us here on these Zooms. Now, it's not the custom shows. So on our network, people can start their own show. Michelle has her own show, Michelle's Mystic Corner, which is coming up on Saturday.
Yay.
And just this past Sunday, we had an episode of The Angelic View with
Mm-hmm.
Maria G. Moss. And actually, Maria's in the chat. Hi, Maria. And her new co-host, I say new, she's been here all season. So, Ginger's not new anymore. Plus, she's been on as a guest multiple times. But Ginger is her co-host. And you can watch Sunday's show in archive, catch Michelle's live, coming up. Now, on their shows, they do what they want. That's their own custom show. Now, Michelle said that she might start, though, letting our members come on the Zoom, during Michelle's Mystic Corner, especially this show coming up on Saturday. Bring your tarot
Yes.
cards, bring your Lenormand, your angel oracles, whatever, because
Yeah.
it's Crown Share Saturday, right, Michelle?
Yes. And if you come into the Zoom, you get the opportunity on Crown
Bring your
Share
deck,
Saturday to show your deck
pull cards,
and
stuff like
not just
that.
be in the chat and doing the Crown Share, but being on
Mhm.
the Zoom with us and showing your card.
So, it's during our Psychic Cafe shows, which are every other, we switched it recently. It's now every other Wednesday, and it's the second and fourth Sundays, a fifth Sunday if there's a fifth Sunday, and a fifth Saturday if there's a fifth Saturday, which is really cool. So you can always join us and you don't have to be a professional. Maybe you just want to get a reading. So, we have our live chat like it's going on right now in YouTube. And by the way, if you're in the chat live right now, put your questions in, go ahead. If you just want a message from the universe, you just want us to pull some cards for you. You don't have any topic. Just put message from the universe or message from my guides, my angels. If you have a specific question, just type that in. No list to get on. You don't have to ask if you can have a reading. Just type it in the chat. Now, the difference for members is, and by the way, it's only $6.50 a month right now. So it's the cost of a latte at Starbucks a month to be able to join us for all of our classes, workshops, join us live for these shows. You can ask anything about tarot, numerology, everything we cover. You can ask about the Tarot Guild, Psychic Cafe, how to put your business on Psychic Cafe, how to get a custom URL, how to set up your page. You can ask all of that on these shows in the Zoom with us. And so that's the huge perk. You can join us. It's $78 for the year. It comes out, which is the number of cards in the tarot deck, comes out to $6.50 a month. I mean, come on, it's dirt cheap. And one of the huge perks is, rather than typing in your question in the chat, they get to be live on cam with us, Michelle. And like I said, cam and audio, or just audio if you want.
Right.
Yep. And you can even dial in. If you don't have a way to get in, let us know. We'll give you the phone numbers and passcodes to get in. And
yeah, absolutely.
What's really cool about it is, because you're here with us in the Zoom with me, Michelle, Charlotte, Pamela, whomever, we take your questions first, and we spend more time with you, and we even let you ask more than one question. Now, in the chat, one question per customer, and we take them in the order that they come in. And as more and more members start joining us on these on the Zoom for the live shows, we're going to get to the questions in chat last. So if you want to make sure, hey, sign up for the Tarot Guild. Oh, I guess I should pop that URL in the chat here. It's very simple. You go to psychic.cafe/guild. You just open a new tab in your browser and type in psychic.cafe/guild. And that'll take you right over where you can read all about the Tarot Guild, all the perks you get, because I didn't even name a fraction of all the stuff you get. And you can sign up right there. Yep. So so there's still time to join us on the Zoom if you're a member. Go over to the Guild private group for members on Psychic Cafe, hit the link, hop in the Zoom. We'd love to have you. Meanwhile, though, we'll take questions from the chat. Before we do that, we've got this great topic. We're going to talk about luck. Michelle, what's your theory on luck? Do you believe in luck like a thing? I'm curious about that.
I don't know.
I see the smoke coming out of her ears. I'm leaning over here because I don't have my microphone in frame like I normally do. It was getting.
Yeah.
I'm like, besides, the sound is better if I have it farther away. So I like push it back a little bit here. That way I can work with my cards.
I think we all have a little bit of luck once in a while. I don't disagree with luck. Yeah, I think luck is, I believe in luck.
Cool.
Yeah. I got lucky.
I believe in luck see, this is the thing. Of course, because I follow the Temprian path from the Temperance card, the middle path, the narrow middle path between extremes, I'm always in the frickin' middle. So I believe in it and I don't believe in it. It's like everything. I mean, you give me any polarity and I'm going to be looking for the truth in the middle. If you label something bad, I'm going to look for the good, and anyway, what I'm getting at is that, I believe, or I think, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say it that way. It's like, I know about the mechanisms in the universe, and good things happen to people, and more good things happen to people when you expect it to happen. And so I don't really believe in luck as a separate thing. What I think it is really is it's getting in flow with the law of attraction. There you go. So I'm going to actually pop over to my article. If you guys haven't opened the article yet in a new tab on your browser, I'm going to pop it in here. Prosperity Road came in. Hey, Prosperity, just put your question in. And Irene's here, one of our lifetime members, and
Oh,
Nilda.
hi, Irene.
Nilda is back too.
Hi,
Yeah,
Nilda.
every
Prosperity.
we're doing a topic right now. We'll get to questions a little later in the show, but put them in now. Put your question in. If you just want us to pull cards, you probably weren't here to hear my speech I just gave a little bit ago. Just go ahead and say, can I have a message from the universe or my guides or my angels, or just pull a card for me, whatever. If you have a specific question, type it in the chat, pop it in there, put the hand emoji, just like Maria Moss did. Look up, guys. You see how Maria put the 3 pink hands? That's when you click the emoji icon in the section where you type, and it pops up. It's the first one. It's the first one. Pink hand. Click that and then type your question, and we will look back and we're going to look for that hand. All righty. So open up in a new browser my article. And so I start off, Michelle, I start off by saying, according to research, quote unquote, lucky people tend to expect good things to happen to them. What did I just say? Which
Yep.
means they anticipate and believe they will experience positive outcomes, essentially setting themselves up to perceive and seize opportunities that might otherwise pass them by. So this is, the title of this is the same as the title of the topic for this show is the same as the title of the topic for my article, my blog post, Becoming Lucky, the Art of Creating Luck. See, luck isn't random, it's engineered. Most people wait for opportunities and then they go, if it doesn't happen, what do they do, Michelle? It's like,
They get all,
and then when something random happens and it's a good thing, I had luck today.
I got lucky. Yeah. And it's just,
Right. And
there's so much more to that.
that's not what's going on. It's so instead of things happening randomly, most people wait for opportunities. Smart people create them. So here
Yes,
I have a
absolutely.
I have a bullet list of I don't know how many things. We're going to go over them really quick, but here's how to improve your luck today. So I have them all in the article, but we're going to expound a little bit on each one. And I want to get Michelle's opinion on them as we go through. This way, in addition to the article, you're going to get more information. So the very first one is, one of the first one, the last one are probably the most important. So the very first one, have an abundant mindset. Okay. So luck multiplies when you believe there's enough for everyone. And I put highlighted in green, expect good things to happen to you, which is what we said earlier. It's about adopting this mindset where I'm a lucky person. But it also goes beyond that because a lot of people have a lack mentality. They think there is a pie, and a pie is a finite, think of anything, an apple pie, a cherry pie, whatever. It's a finite thing, and you can only cut so many slices, right? And you can cut different size slices, right? And if I'm going to take a bigger slice, that means someone else has to take a smaller slice. The universe does not work that way. The universe is completely about abundance.
Yes.
Yes. And there is, I don't even want to say more than enough for everyone. There is an unlimited supply. And I know it's hard to wrap your head around that, but it's true. It's true. Now, of course, there's going to be some people, we always talk about the people in the 1% and the 99% rest of us. So the big difference there is those people have this mindset of wealth, and they know it's going to keep coming in. And even if they lose everything, they know they can start right back up, bringing it in. It's, they're quote unquote lucky people, but actually what they are is they have the mindset where they're expecting good things to always be happening.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so in real life, yeah, a lot more people have a lot more because they have that mindset.
Exactly.
So the second one is a hard one for people to wrap their heads around also. It's part of mindset, really, but it's high agency, taking control of your life. So take control of your life and stop blaming circumstances. And the third one goes along with this: extreme ownership. Everything is your responsibility, good and bad. And oh my God, I remember when the movie The Secret came out. And what we did was we had live in person viewings of The Secret. And then after that, Oprah had them on, I think, 3 times in 2 weeks. The people that were in
Yeah.
Secret, she had never ever had a guest on back to back like that.
Wow.
And then she had on Eckhart Tolle, and then
Mhm.
she did a whole series because he was broadcasting with her, doing these live classes over the internet. It had never been done before. And
Wow.
we set it up. We were at the Swedenborgian. If you don't know what that is, look up Swedenborg. Okay. Uh, Famous polymath from, way back. And there's actually a church named after him, the Swedenborgian Church. And I actually used to attend service there, and I served as a minister, actually, uh, at the Swedenborgian Church. And we held gatherings where we played up on a big screen, projected it, actually. I mean, man, old technology, where I actually had to jury rig it into my laptop because it's coming over the internet, and put it up on this giant screen. And we had, anywhere from 50 to upwards of 100 people attend to watch this. And I still
Wow.
remember us having these discussions and talking about extreme ownership. And a lot of people just never could wrap their head around it. It's like, but they did it to me. But
Yeah.
it happened and it wasn't my fault, and all these kind of things. And it is difficult to wrap your head around it. And at first, what you got to do is you got to fake it till you make it. You got to just have ownership, even if you don't believe that everything is your ultimate responsibility, but it is.
It is.
Take extreme ownership
Yep.
anyway. Be surprised what happens. What do you think about that, Michelle?
Really, everything is about choices.
Mm-hmm.
We all make choices literally on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
And you can give a tarot reading and give someone the prediction they may be looking for, but choices they make can
It might
change
not
that.
happen. Yeah.
Exactly. And so therefore
Mhm.
it's your own doing. It's the
Yeah.
choices you make that lead you to that.
I want to put a qualifier on that. And the only thing is that beyond choices, it's still your fault. Where you see, remember I was talking about the 9%, 99% and the
Yes.
1%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The huge difference is that they make things happen on purpose.
Yes.
They manifest on purpose. The rest of us are letting life happen. And
It's
when you
it's negative thinking.
and not only that, but it's just not having agency, not
Yeah.
not saying what you want and how you want it to be, and therefore life happens.
Not living in the power.
And so you're out of control at that point. And so you blame everybody else and everything else, but you let it happen because you did. And I'm not checking the chat right now, but I'm hoping people will chime in with their ideas on this. Um, you're letting it happen. And so therefore, again, it is your responsibility. And that's how bad things happen to good people.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep. And by the way,
Nilda said that's right, Dak.
as we go through this, Michelle, I want to let everybody know, if you are metaphysical like us and you believe in a spiritual realm, you believe in the quantum field, which we know is the spiritual realm, and you believe in metaphysics and you believe in attracting things and the law of attraction and all this kind of stuff, a lot of what I'm talking about will line up with that and set you up for success that way. However, if you're I'm a complete atheist, I do not believe in the force. I call it the force. And,
Right.
and yeah, I refuse to use the God word. The only time I use God is I do it as an acronym: G.O.D. Grand Ocean of Divinity.
You're right.
Wrap your head around
Yes.
that one.
I like it. I love it. Grand
Yes.
Ocean
But
of Divinity.
my shorthand for that, Michelle, is the force. Okay. But
Yes.
if you don't believe in any of that, there is scientific, rational reasons why all of this will still work. You're activating your reticular activating system, which is actually it involves a bunch of structures in the center of your brain. Anyway, we're not going to go into that, but look it up. Reticular activating system. And so you're setting up your subconscious is taking in all sounds, thoughts, images, smells, feelings, all five senses and the sixth sense. It's taking it all in all the time, but our conscious mind can only focus on little bits.
Right.
It's actually plus or minus 5 bits. No, plus or minus 7. Yeah, plus or minus 7 bits.
Yeah,
So
because it's
five
9 bits.
5 to 9. Some people are high, functioning. They can do 9. Most of us are down at 5. 7 is kind of the average. That's why there's 7 digits in a phone number. Did you know that? Without the area code?
Yep.
That's why. That's why. Breaking it up in chunks that our conscious mind can work with,
Yep.
So let's see here.
Well,
Unwavering consistency is the next one.
oh, yeah.
Success is not a one-time event, it's a habit. Yes. You got to understand that abundance is a flow.
Yes.
Abundance
It's
comes
like
in and it
it's
goes out. And a lot of people they get worried. And when you get worried, it's like, oh, I'm not going to do a tip, or I'm going to do a tiny tip, and I'm going to squirrel all my money away. And I'm not telling people, oh, you don't save money and you don't make it.
right.
What I'm saying is that abundance needs to be a flow. Okay. And that's the difference between thinking of luck as, well, I hope I'm lucky today. Hoping doesn't get you anywhere. You have to have a plan. And so the unwavering consistency is talking about, because most people see luck as a one-time thing. I did a scratcher ticket and I won $50 or $500. Oh, I was lucky. One-time event. Instead, you need to think of this as a marathon. And like I said, like a river, the flow. The next one is calculated risk taking. Luck favors those who dare, but with a plan.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying to go out there and take every risk. You should have a plan for abundance and take risks around that plan. Okay.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants any further clarification, just, let me know in the chat. Mastering your craft. This is a big one. Luck favors. Okay, I already did that one. Here it is. My eyes skipped. The better you are, the luckier you get. So the better you are at your craft, whether it's reading tarot cards, doing hypnotherapy, life coaching, you build widgets, you build websites, whatever it is, the better you get at it, the more lucky you get. But it's a plan, you see. And that's why we're always harping on niche down, at least for now, to one thing and focus on that and become the master of that before you may have all kinds of tools in your tool belt, but you need to become a master of at least one. And then you can add things and become masters of those.
And
What
that's
do you think?
really true because, in all reality, okay, we're talking about luck. I wanted to do tarot readings. I'm now a tarot professional.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought that I would do a presentation at a convention, a
Convention.
metaphysical tarot convention.
But
That
you
was,
did.
I did. And for me, that was lucky because that was an opportunity that could have been a missed opportunity that had I missed and not even I wouldn't have known what I missed out on. But now that I know, oh my gosh, I got lucky and I am so grateful for that. So missed opportunities, you don't want to, or little opportunities, you want to jump on those because those can be lucky little opportunities. And that's a
Yep.
Lenormand card. The second card is
Oh,
Clover.
that's really cool.
Yep.
So back to the list here, building relationships, opportunities flow through people, not luck. This is really important. It's part of what a lot of people say is missing from the movie The Secret. Although, and I got to watch it again, but I know I rewatched it and I thought I found this in there, but it just wasn't super obvious. And that is that you can do all the steps of manifestation, which we need to go over that again. Do the cross of manifestation, which is the
Mm-hmm.
magician card with the four aces, and we talk about the mental step, getting crystal clear on what it is, emotions, the fuel, passion, the why, and then the material realm. So that's the ace of pentacles. That's taking action.
Right.
And you see, if you do the first three and you do them really, really well, but you're sitting in your lounge chair in your house, eating potato chips, watching TV all the time, you're not going to manifest anything. You're not going to be quote unquote lucky because, like I just said, luck it um it flows through people. It's from being in contact with other people and networking.
Yes.
Okay, so you can't be a hermit, which was the car of the day today. You need to get out there, even if it's getting out there online in large groups or something like that.
And
Um,
and
Go
to
ahead.
to give my thought on that, here is that card. And how are you going to find that clover unless you get out of the house and go looking for it?
Oh, I
So,
love that. I love how it's
yeah.
clovers too. Yeah.
Yep, that's the clover card. That's its name, clover card.
So build relationships and then
Yep.
showing up daily. The more you put
Yes.
yourself out there, the more luck finds you. I mean, that's just numbers, right? I mean,
Hmm.
if you're doing a lot of presentations like you were just talking about at symposiums, uh, talking at your Rotary, going online every day, posting on Instagram and Twitter, ex Twitter, and Facebook and TikTok and wherever you are, and blog, posting on your blog. And the more you get out there, as well as physically getting out there and socializing and talking about, so many people are afraid to say, yeah, I'm a tarot reader. I mean,
Yeah.
do you know that if you go to like a party or something, and there's two of them, there's tarot reader and hypnotherapist. I know because I'm both. And if and there's the balloons, yes. Uh, if you say you're a hypnotherapist or a hypnotist, or you say I'm a tarot reader, you are instantly the most popular person at that party.
Yeah.
Instantaneously. Yes. So don't be afraid to say what you do and build relationships, show up early, saying yes to new challenges. Luck often hides in discomfort. Gee, I don't have my I think it's the ace of, I'm gonna say the, which card is that? Ace of Wands, maybe. Not, no. Is it Ace of Wands? or Ace of Pentacles.
For
I think it's Ace of Pentacles has the what's it called? The garden in it.
yeah,
I can't look through 78 cards and find this right now. Anyway, my point is that that card perfectly describes what's going on here. Luck often hides in discomfort, saying yes to new challenges, because we're all in our own little garden and there's only one exit there and it's desolate out there. But in the distance is a and I think it's the same in the Llewellyn deck as Rider Waite. In the distance, and yours doesn't have the right imagery though for what I'm talking about, Michelle. I'm talking about the Llewellyn deck or the traditional Waite Smith. Out in the distance is the top of a mountain, and your goal is the top of the mountain there, and you got to leave your garden to get there. We got to step out of our comfort zone. All growth and abundance flows when we get out of our comfort zone. And that could tie back in with, the building relationships. Are you kind of shy about that? Well, find people that are interested in the same topics, and then you'll find it easier to socialize, and then you can branch out from there. But yeah, say yes to new challenges. This is also goes along with risk taking. It's kind of almost the same thing. And now I'm going to even say use numerology. Okay. So here's one where again, I said, you may not believe in metaphysics, the spiritual realm. You may not believe in all of this. And it's okay, because again, the reticular activating system. If you don't believe in numerology and energies, if you do, great. I'm going to explain it in a second. If you don't, it doesn't matter. You do the same thing. And every time and what it is, okay, the first one, use numerology, put the number 8. So you take a piece of paper, you draw 8, fold it up or make it small so it goes in your wallet, or grab the 8 of Pentacles card and stick the 8 of Pentacles card in your wallet. And if you only have one deck and you don't want to take the 8 of Pentacles out, take the 8 of Pentacles, scan it, print it out, cut it out, laminate it, stick it in your wallet or your purse. And so numerologically, the number 8 is abundance in numbers and in numerology. And if you carry that around with you, you're going to become more lucky. Now, if you don't believe in the energies, that's fine. Just the fact that you have that in your wallet, and every time you go in your wallet, Michelle, you're going in your purse or your wallet, you're looking for that plastic to make a purchase, or you're looking for cash, you're going to see that pentacle, or you're going to see that 8. And that reminds your mind, your subconscious, to continue that flow of abundance, to keep thinking of your plan. Every day you should be meditating on, what is it, visualizing what is it that I want. And that's all part of it.
Here's your card.
Yeah, there it is. We're with the entrance, and in the distance there is there's a peak.
Yep.
We're all stuck in our own gardens. And once we step out of our comfort zone and eventually become comfortable with that, our garden expands. Yes. But it's sneaky, because when it grows, then we get stuck again in the garden, and we have to go outside our garden, go outside of our comfort zone again. Okay, almost done with this stuff. The next one, making your home more lucky. This again is numerology. You want to raise the vibration of your home to 8, just like the 8, but you're not going to be writing the 8. In this case, you're going to look at your address. So growing up, I lived on 615 Preston Lane. That's in Pennsylvania. 615, 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 5 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 energy. That's how you figure out the energy of where you live. Now, that's not bad. Creativity, communication, that's what 3 is. We want to raise the vibration to 8. How do we do that? We add the energy of 5 to 3, because 5 plus 3 is 8. So front door, and depending on, how your door swings, which way it opens and what you have over here, wherever you have a space on one side or the other of the door. My door opens like this, and there's space right here. You draw on a piece of paper, or again, you can use a 5 tarot card. Well, whatever number it is for you. I mean, for me, living at 615, I would take the number 5 or the 5 tarot card, but you take a piece of paper, write 5, put it up there slightly above eye level, off to the left. Or if your door opens this way, put it over here on the right. Now you're raising the vibration of your address up to 8. You're going to become more lucky. You are. Trust me. Try it. Try it. Now you got to figure it out for yourself, what it is. What's the numbers in your address, Michelle?
It boils down to 1. Mine's
1.
460. Can't get away
Okay.
from that.
So if you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot of them got it out here in the West. We have like 5, 6 digit addresses. It is insane out here. It is insane out here. I never saw that till I moved to this side of the country, and I came out here in the military and stayed, because you can't pay me to live on the other side of Mississippi right now.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, but so what you're going to do is, however number digits
7.
you got, you add them all together and you get a digit. If that's still 2 or 3 digits, add them together.
Yep.
Keep adding until it gets to a single number. Michelle already did that. It's 1.
Yep.
So
I only had 3 numbers, so
what do we add to 1?
a 7.
7. So Michelle would draw a 7 on a piece of paper, put it up there next to her front door.
Yep.
You put on your back door too.
Yeah.
Most numerologists say front door.
Front door by your numbers. Yep.
And then you're going to raise your energy, the energy of the house, up to that abundance number.
Nice.
Okay, so that's bringing numerology in. The next one, say no to distractions. The right opportunities come when you make space for them. When you make space for them. Now, there's an energetic thing about that. So we're in a 9 world year, and this is the year you clean out your closets, literally and figuratively. Okay. If there's stuff in your closet, or you have a 2-car garage, but you can only get 1 car in because there's all this crap, you haven't touched it in months, years, 6 months, 6 years, go through it, clean it out. But also, what beliefs you're holding on to that no longer serve you. You don't believe that anymore. Or relationships that no longer serve you, that you need to let go of. And what this does is, the universe abhors a void. And so you open up a void when you clean out things and clean up things, and it creates room. And so energetically, the universe wants to fill that space. Now, if you're very secular, you don't believe in that, that's fine. It's practical. Lowering your distractions, making space, it's going to help you with everything, which ultimately makes you more lucky. You're setting yourself up for success. One last thing I'll say about no distractions, that includes this.
Yeah.
And if I go like this, yeah, I'm like on YouTube, literally. And I'm not saying don't ever go on YouTube. What I'm saying is use it smart. So instead of doom scrolling and just letting the algorithm tell you what you are supposed to be watching now, most of us don't even think about that. We open up, go to our homepage, and it's different homepage on computer as it is on the phone. On the phone, it's literally doom scrolling, and you're letting YouTube, the algorithm, tell you what you should be watching. Instead, again, take agency. What was in the first couple there, high energy and extreme ownership? Take ownership, take agency. What is it that you're, one of those points was mastering your craft? What is that thing that you need to learn right now? And so go in there and search on purpose videos about how to whatever, and only watch videos that are going to help you with your ultimate goals and abundance, setting yourself up for abundance, for becoming more lucky. So yeah, that's another aspect when I say no distractions. um Sharpening your intuition, here's a big one, right? Because
Yeah.
you're a tarot reader or anything in the psychic arts, it's all about gut instinct and intuition, right? So I wrote here, gut feelings are data points from experience. And that is absolutely true. You can,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
if you're secular, you can look at it that way. Intuition, they've done tens of thousands of studies. We know that it actually exists.
Oh, yeah.
Even hardcore scientists will admit that, yeah, there's something.
Mhm.
They can't necessarily explain it. Might have to do with the reticular activating system, but yeah, it exists. Now, if you're more metaphysical like us, you can set yourself up for success, and you can sharpen your intuition. Reading tarot cards, learning the tarot, or learning Lenormand, or learning an oracle deck or something like that, and doing readings for people, you're going to increase your intuition. And it's not
Mhm.
just about, Michelle, it's not just about creating or developing your intuition. It's also allowing it to freaking happen.
Exactly.
We don't pay attention. We're given signs all the time,
Right.
all the
And
time.
you'll miss them if you don't improve, I guess is a good word, for your intuition, because we all have it.
Yeah. But even if you could just start saying to yourself, when I have a gut instinct, this is right, this is not right, going with that gut instinct.
Mhm. Exactly.
And again, there's a rational explanation for this as well as a metaphysical one. So either way, it still works.
It does.
Be generous with value. This is actually getting back to my river explanation of abundance and how it's a flow, not a singular happenstance or thing. Okay. Give more and luck will return the favor. And this is all about not having that lack mentality,
Yeah.
not hoarding. I mean, yeah, you make investments and you save and things like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But never hesitate to let it flow. You gotta let it flow.
Yeah.
Be generous, and it comes back. And we put a dike in the river, or a dam, and we dam up the abundance, and we start to feel unlucky when even unconsciously we wince at giving that extra dollar or spending money on something even if you need it, kind of thing. You're telling the universe that, oh, you don't want more of that.
Right.
But by just letting it go and letting it come in and letting it go, you're telling the universe, oh, Michelle wants more of that.
Exactly.
Yep. And relentless adaptation, evolve or be left behind. So we're luckier when we adapt, when we evolve,
Mhm.
when we look at our processes and like, how can that be better? Or when we're going into something like, I don't know, you're becoming a life coach, and there's all, tons of life coaches, right? Well, what are they doing wrong and what can you do right, or how are they doing it? How can you do it better? What's anytime you can make something faster, easier, better, but especially faster, for a client, that's going to set you apart. you know you want to be um selling a product or service, which
Mm-hmm.
what you're actually selling is you're actually selling the answer to a big problem.
Yes.
And the faster you can solve that problem for somebody or do it better than the next guy, the better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yep.
And that's also how you create more value. Therefore, you can charge more. It's not about adding more and more stuff. I mean, that could be part of it, beefing up your course or whatever have you. But really, it's giving them what they want. So if on average people go to a hypnotist to quit smoking, and most hypnotists see them for 3 to 6 sessions, and you can help them quit in one session, instead of charging 150 a session, you can charge 1,500, $3,000.
Nope. Yep.
And no, 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 not everybody out there can pay for that. But that's not who you want to be your clients. You want your clients to be the people that have abundance, and it flows to you, more abundance for you, and then that flows out. Um, and I'm looking back here. We're at the end now, folks, but well, I'm looking back. Uh, I don't think I said it explicitly, but
Yes.
maybe under building relationships. Okay, I I don't know if I have it in here or not. Um, I might have forgot to put it in here where I didn't say that it's who you spend time with. The old saying that's been around for a long time where they say that you're the the average median of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can quantify that
Um,
by, like, how much does your the 5 people you spend the most time with add up all their incomes, divide by 5, you're going to be within $1. And it's so scary because I've tried it, and I know a lot of other people that have tried it too. And
well, and
this, it sort of goes along with some of this, that building relationships, and what I just said about charging more, and you want your clients to be successful people that see your true value and don't even blink. I mean, they knock your door down. Michelle, will you work with me to fix this problem?
right.
Here's $5,000. That's what you want. That's what
So
you want.
I did want to mention something about a comment that I saw. Maria was saying some things. One of the things she said is there is an element of luck in our universe, but blessings are far more reliable. And then and she was saying how she personally believes in God and his angels. They support us in all of this. They help us bring more abundance into our lives. And, one of the things that I was thinking about when it comes to luck, and it just kind of, Maria's comments brought that back up for me, is sometimes when there's a little luck that happens out of the blue, it's like that is a gift from the universe. That is a gift from
Mm.
God. That is a gift from your divine. That's another way to look
I
at
under
being lucky, is that
I
is a gift
Yeah,
for you.
I understand that, and I agree to a certain extent, but I got to push back a little bit because the only reason we think of it as luck and the only reason we think of it as a blessing is because it's rare and because it just happens occasionally and you're occasionally lucky. What I'm talking about here is, again, going back to the very first one, expect good things to happen to you,
Hmm.
have an abundant mindset. You should be having these good things happening all of the time, non-stop. And even if you take the lottery or contests, I mean, there have been people that have been documented that they used to enter like every contest and they won everything all the
I
time.
wouldn't, but see, some of us don't want to be like that because people like that tend to have, and not everybody, so please don't everybody take offense, but the majority of people that I know that are like that, I wouldn't want to be them. I don't like their personalities.
Well, you're describing a particular kind of person.
It,
What I'm
right.
talking about is something completely different. It has nothing to do with their attitudes and things like that. You can have continuous abundance and be lucky all the time and be a wonderful person.
You can.
And
It's all about
right,
gratitude, gratefulness.
because
You just got to know how
that's
to do
part
it.
and by the way, I didn't put in about being grateful in here, but it's
Hmm.
kind of all implied.
Yep.
When you're grateful, you're telling the universe that you want more of that, and then you get more of that. And we're limiting ourselves really, though, if we just hope for that one scratcher win. Oh, I was lucky today. And then a month, 2 months, 5 months later, it's like, oh, I won again.
Yeah.
You don't want that. What you want is you do want the continuous luck, you know, and it comes from being prepared for it as well as having a plan and expecting it. And actually, the very last one dovetails nicely in that. Staying ready. When
Yeah.
preparation meets opportunity, it looks like luck. Let me say that again. When preparation meets opportunity, it looks like luck. You have to be looking out for those opportunities. Yep. So I signed the article. Good luck. Not that you need it. Just go make it.
Yes.
Anyway, I hope you guys got a kick out of that. And Maria was saying something about luck is not a blessing. Luck, good or bad, is our energies in the universe. Yeah, luck, and I don't even look at luck could be good or bad, but see, that's what label we're putting on it, you see.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luck is the opposite. I guess in the energy realm,
Hmm.
if I was labeling it, because I'm not the scientist who does all that, but if I was in the energy realm, I'd be like bad luck, good luck,
Hmm.
great fortune way over here.
For me, ultimately, there is no bad, as in bad luck.
Not bad, but negative, more of a
You see,
lower vibration.
two
That's what I'm looking for.
two ways to look at it. One is that it's two sides of the same coin. And
Exactly.
if you're labeling something as lucky or as a good thing happening to you, you're just not seeing the opposite side. You're not seeing the downside. Everything arises in polar
Mm-hmm.
positive, negative, opposites. That's how the universe functions. That's why we have linear time. That's why we have space-time continuum. If you get down to quantum physics, why it actually works, because in reality there is no positive negative.
Right.
The
Right.
divine had to create the physical universe with the separation of positive and negative in order for it to function the way it does with linear time, with positive and negative and neutral particles to create atoms, to create materials, to create the physical, our bodies, everything in the universe, it,
Exactly.
it's, but and it's real. We can knock on the table. It's here. but at the same time, it's not. The real nature of the divine is uh, neither negative or positive. It is it just is. That's
Yep.
why it's I am. Okay. And what I'm saying here is that everything is real. You know how they say it's like, how could God create the devil? Well, first of all, the devil was made by man. It's not even in the Bible. And what
Yes.
there's only the light. And this is the mistake that people make with something with darkness,
Yep.
lack, negative, all of those things. The mistake they make is they try to make it a thing, but it's not. What really is darkness?
The
Dark,
absence of light.
the absence of light. Exactly. It is not a thing unto itself.
That's right.
There is light or there isn't.
Yep.
It's the absence of light. It's not a thing unto itself. And that's the answer to why the if God created everything, why did God create the negative thing? God did not create the negative things. The negative things are the absence of the good thing.
Yep.
There's only the good thing. There's only the positive thing. There's only the light. All those other things are the absence of that. And what we label it.
Exactly.
We label it good or bad. Morality is this flowing thing. Because I guarantee you, something that our morals in this country say is, let's say, bad.
Right.
You
It's
go
different.
you go 10,000 miles away or 3,000 or 4,000 miles, to another country. You go over the pond, and over there it's not bad. It's an everyday thing, you know. And when you go over there, what we think of as great, America, America, America. Yeah, what we think is great, they think of us as the great Satan.
Yep. I agree.
So it's like, oh, well, wait, both can't be right then, right? Actually, they can. And the reason why is because it's a spectrum of human belief. It's not an actual thing. It's what we label things. Remember what I said? Two sides of the coin. If you're
Yep.
labeling it as a good thing, you're missing the negative side. If you're labeling it as evil, you're missing the good side.
Yeah.
It's just the
Prosperity
nature.
Road.
It's just the
Uh,
nature of the universe. Yeah,
yeah.
go
And
ahead.
Prosperity Road, I agree with you to a point. We do. We attract what matches with our path. Absolutely. Because
Mm-hmm.
we attract what
Mm.
the law of attraction. Yep.
And like I said, if you really hate
Yep.
that, you poo-poo the idea of the law of attraction, even though I've, worked with, and I don't want to say use the law of attraction. You don't use the law of attraction. Like you don't use gravity, the law of gravity. Gravity is always happening. Well, law of attraction is always happening.
Yeah.
You may not be
Yeah. It's
attracting what
around
you
us.
want, you know. See, the thing is we are always attracting, and it's whether we get in alignment with the attraction or not.
Yeah.
And so that's the energetic way of discussing luck. But if you don't believe in any of that, it's okay because there's a practical scientific reason for luck, and that is the reticular activating system. When we tell our subconscious to look for the answer to something, it'll sift through everything, not conscious to us. We're not conscious of this process. It's a subconscious process. And here, I'll give you a great example. You go down to your dealership and you buy let's see. I'm just trying to think of something off the top of my head. Um, you go down to Ford and you buy, I don't know, a green Mustang. and you start driving around town, and you're so excited. You get on the freeway, you get off in this other town, you come back, and you're driving around all over the place. You suddenly start seeing Ford Mustangs freaking everywhere. And not only that, you start seeing green cars everywhere. That's the reticular activating system. You've put so much attention on something that you've programmed your subconscious mind to look for that.
Yeah.
And so what who was that? Prosperity said that about uh what path you're on, you're going to attract. It's the same thing. It's just a scientific explanation for how the law of attraction works. If you're always putting your attention on, you know, your thing is attracting this beach house, and you go down to the beach and drive along and check out all the beach houses, and you take some tours of beach houses, and you look up the listings for the beach houses, and you talk to the real estate agent about the market, and you talk to your friends about it, and you're just looking into everything. You're programming your reticular activating system. And so if it hears anything that you don't perceive consciously, like a couple over in the corner at the diner talking about, their beach house that they're putting up for sale, suddenly you're going to go, oh, and be drawn to that conversation, even though you're like all these other conversations are going on and you're not even, hearing them at all. And at first you weren't hearing any of them, and you weren't even hear that one. But as soon as they start talking about beach house, what did I hear?
However, at the same token, be careful. The hush. I'm going to go a little biblical. I know somewhere, and I can't remember where, the Bible does say, don't cast your pearls before swine. So, what does that mean? Well, be careful who you talk to, because about plans, like when you want to manifest, because just because someone might have and say, "Oh, I hope the best for you. I want this for you." They might really be maybe even slightly
Exactly.
jealous or have some kind of feeling that
Energetically.
you may not know about. Yeah, and they're putting that negative energy back out to you. So be careful about
Well,
who you share with.
that that actually dovetails nicely into what I was talking about when I was talking about, wait, now I've got to go back to the article. The 5 people you spend the most time with, and building
Mm-hmm.
relationships, opportunity flow through people, but only if they got your back. And
Yes.
so you know for a long time I always said, tell everybody everything you're doing, because you get the help. Like, for instance, I would say, you're quitting smoking, tell everybody you're quitting smoking. You say I'm done with it, and tell them, do not let me pick up a cigarette, help me out here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when people are not on the same energetic level as you, when you are starting to rise up because you're becoming more abundant and more successful, a lot of the people, those 5 people that you're spending probably too much time with, uh, they're still down here as you're moving up. Their automatic human reaction, whether you're thinking of it as the energetics of it or just psychology, their automatic reaction is, even if they don't consciously think it, it's in their subconscious. And even if they don't verbalize it, oh yeah, that's a great thing, Michelle. Um, they
Yeah,
are
so
going to be
happy for you.
they're going to be jealous.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go, oh, he'll never make it, and so you got to stay away from that. And that's what I mean about, you've got to get out of your comfort zone and start hanging out with people that are a step above you.
Yeah.
and probably 20 steps above the people that you're really spending time with. You know, the top 5 people you spend time with. Like, I'll give an example. Michelle. Who does Michelle hang out with?
Dan.
And I mean, that's it. That's your big mistake right there. You
Every
know,
day. That's it. Yep. Sorry,
you
babe.
know, I mean, you would be so more abundant if you weren't freaking hanging out with Dan. Anyway, we went way over already, and I don't know if we have time to do some questions. I apologize, but some of our shows, you notice we've been doing a lot more topics lately. In fact, a lot of times this Sunday, Pamela is going to be on with me, and we're going to do a topic, but we will be taking questions. But a lot of times when Pamela comes on, I mean, she's doing a mini workshop. We are not getting to, in fact, the last two, we are not getting to questions. So,
Yeah.
um,
And
let me talk about that real quick, which is upcoming shows, Michelle. So you've got Crown Share Saturday coming
yeah.
up this Saturday, 22nd.
Hmm.
We want everybody to bring their cards. And if you're a member, again, join us on the Zoom with your cards.
Yeah.
Sunday is going to be what's a numerology chart? We're going to talk about the 9 numerology numbers. And Pamela's going to be joining me. Michelle's going to be joining me too, I think.
Yep. I'll be there.
Charlotte may be joining me. Maria, Ginger, if you guys are available, whoever's available, you know, again, let's make this a party on these shows, and members as well. And then next Wednesday, what's your life path? I know you already talked about life paths, Michelle.
Hmm. A little bit,
Yep, but we're going to get
but you
more
can't, yeah,
in
you
depth.
can't talk too much about it.
I know, you know, and there was other people that didn't see um or hear what you had to say.
Hmm.
Let's see, what was Prosperity asking? Me and this man were getting to know each other and flirting a lot. Attraction was obvious. Lately, he pulled away, and I'm sad over his detachment. What's going on? You want to pull some cards for Prosperity there?
What was the question one more time?
So, me and this man were getting to know each other and flirting a lot, all in caps. The attraction was obvious. Lately, he pulled away, and I'm sad over his detachment. What is going on?
Okay, so the first thing I got is the devil. So there's something going on where he might be feeling like he is trapped in some kind of scenario, maybe. But he's not completely there yet. But we also got the Ten of Pentacles. So maybe right now he is trying to figure out his financial situation, which is an indication that that's usually what a lot of people do go through. So we do have the Lover's card. So the feelings are there. Okay, it's not that he's feeling anything not towards you, and at this point in time, what you need to do is just do something for yourself. You got the Four of Wands. It is time for self care. Take some action for you, breathe, rest, and know that when he is done with what he is going through, as long as you stay true to you and your friendship, he'll get back in touch when it's time.
Awesome. Uh, and like I said, we're only gonna have time for one or two more because
Yeah.
we are like I'm like a half hour late. I wanted to end quarter till, but it was
Yeah,
such
you
a great
did.
conversation. I hope you all got a lot out of
Yeah.
it. It was fun talking about. That's one of my favorite topics to talk about is luck, and we try to talk about it every St. Patty's Day. Um, I got out of sync. Okay, here we go. Irene, what do my guides want me to know right now? Irene, there's something that's dead. I mean, Ten of Swords, it's dead, fini, over. You know, remember what I said about we're in the 9 world year? Um, there's something that you're not letting go of. And the other message coming through is I got the Emperor card. I feel like a lack of structure. I feel like you need structure. I don't know if that means you need to learn something and therefore you need to be in a particular course that has structure. I don't know. That's just the first feeling I got. Something about that. I hope that helps you out. I hope that gives you food for thought. Nilda wanted to know she wanted some insight on what's up with my energy, weird emotions. Are you picking up anything, Michelle,
For
for
Nilda.
Nilda? Yeah. And that was
Okay.
Drops of Jupiter. Irene asked, what do my guides want me to know now?
Okay. So for Nilda, which was again, I gotta go back and see that again. I'm sorry. What was her question? Oh, her guides.
No, who was it?
Okay.
Nilda, right? I,
Yeah.
I would listen. I would love some insight on what's up with my energy. Weird
Okay, that's
emotions. Yeah, she's got weird emotions going on.
okay. So weird emotions for Nilda. So for you, Nilda, there's definitely something going on. We've got the mask. So you are hiding an emotion or a thought from yourself. I mixed that with this moon card, which means it is time for you to do some shadow work or subconscious work, some meditation, get yourself in alignment. You need to pull yourself out of this maze that you are in. And I got the labyrinth card. And if you notice the woman all the way in the gazebo, so she's showing you that it can be done. You can find out what it is, but I feel
Mm,
like it is family related. Okay. You've got the labyrinth mixed with the choice card. So I feel like you need to choose who it is that is making your emotions wishy washy and make a decision on what you need to talk to them about. And then your emotions are going to settle out. So that's
awesome.
what I have for you.
And then real quickly, just gonna run through two real fast and then that's all we got time for, folks. I'm
Okay.
sorry. But we are gonna be here on Saturday, Michelle is,
Yes.
and Sunday. Who knows? I might pop on because Michelle said for our members to come on the Zoom. So
Yeah. Yeah.
crowd sh- uh crown share, we'll all pull cards. In the chat
Yay.
too. You can pull cards in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was Irene that had the next question, and that was the one you were talking about. What do my guides want me to know?
Oh, that's
Irene, this is what's going on. The star card. This is your time to be the star. You need to put yourself out there. You need to be the star. I pulled a qualifier card and got the Three of Pentacles. So, working on your craft, you have skills and abilities that you need to be the star. You need to put out there in the universe. And then lastly, really quick, Cole Wynn asked, will my investment profits or losses in 2025? I have some investments, but I'm uncertain due to the current economic conditions. Okay. So again, just like with medical stuff and legal stuff, with financial stuff, we're not certified public accountants. We don't have the credentials to do financial advice. So this is not financial advice. I'm just going to tell you what's going on that I'm seeing. First of all, I got the judgment card. This is the big cosmic wake up call. And it's not just for you, it's for everybody with the investments. There, it's going to get worse before it gets better. It just really is. But here's the thing: the Eight of Swords. So she's trapped by her own thoughts. Swords are thoughts and ideas. She's surrounded by. She's tied up in seaweed in this version, and she's surrounded by all these swords. Eight swords. That's way too many thoughts. And this is what the thing is. It's trying to tell you the message. The real message, Colwyn, is yes, it's going to get worse before it gets better, but most people that are going to have issues and are going to have significant losses, it's not going to be because of the stock market. It's going to be because of their own thoughts and ideas. they're going to be so worried about, the current atmosphere, the ups and downs, all that stuff like that, and the continuing downs, and they're going to get afraid. They're going to sell off investments and cash out and things like. You're going to mess yourself up. Don't listen to your own thoughts. Stop thinking about it. Let your financial expert handle it for you. Stay invested, because no matter how bad it gets, it's going to come up again. It may be a year, it may be 5 years. I don't know, but it's going to come up. And so that's my intuition on that, without giving technically legal advice, but if it was me, that's what I would do. I would stick with those investments and ride the storm. It always works. It has for
Yeah,
hundreds of years.
right.
The people get in trouble when they cash out, because they let fear uh rule what they're doing and everything like that. Yep. Derek just popped in. It looks like I missed another. Yes, you did. You really need to start getting here on time, Derek. I'm
Poor Derek.
I was looking at Derek's face because I'm trying to remember if I've seen him before. But yeah, we're just out of time. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people had questions and stuff like that, but hey, we can't do, all questions long on every show. We have other topics and things to talk about. But hey, um, let me pop back to this, Michelle.
Yes.
Crown Share Saturday, this Saturday. Crown
Yay.
Share is all about nonstop.
Answering questions.
Yes.
Everybody can bring their own deck. You can, I'll pull a card for the
Yep.
day, and we can all pull one card to go with that and answer everybody's questions together. It's so much fun.
And don't forget, if you're a member, go over to Psychic Cafe. Psychic.cafe will take you there. And click on Guild in the search. It'll tell you all about the Guild, and you can sign up for the cost of a latte a month. And what that'll allow you to do is be on camera with Michelle and all the rest of us on Crown Chair Saturday, all pulling cards. Also on Sunday, what's a numerology chart with Pamela. Michelle's going to join us, and
Mm-hmm.
any of our members that want to get on the Zoom with us, remember the link is on the private members group on Psychic Cafe, psychic.cafe/guild members. And then Wednesday, same thing. You can join us on the Wednesday show, 6 p.m. Los Angeles, 9 p.m. New York time, this coming Wednesday. What's your life path? And you can be on camera with us and hang out and ask questions. But definitely join us for Crown Chair Saturday.
Yes.
All righty. Another fantastic show, Michelle. We're
Yeah.
we're we're almost getting good at this.
Definitely.
Bye,
People
everybody.
might
Thanks everybody
start
for being
listening.
here.
Bye,
Thanks everybody for being
everybody.
here. Yeah, bye everybody. Cool. We made it through another one.
Awesome. That was fun.